Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center coming at you from Blade Show 2024. We're here with Sam at the Vosteed booth. How are you, good sir?
Great, how about yourself?
Good, good. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Got some currently or soon to be available product, as well as some prototypes to take a look at today. You did such a good job last time, I'm just gonna let you talk.
Well, I appreciate that.
And if I say something, it's just because I want to say something.
Well, as you can tell by my voice, I've done a lot of talking this week, but we'll kick it off with something really cool that we're releasing. Well, it's coming out, I believe they're dropping July 4th, and that is going to be the new Ankyo. This is also debuting our new pivot lock. Now, this thing is insanely strong. We've been beating it on the table all week. If you buy one, don't do that. But this thing's super strong. I can't explain to you the mechanism. You'll have to look up some videos for that. But you've got your central pivot lock here. Operates very similar to a button lock, but you've got that ridiculous strength to it. It's got the aluminum scales with these beautiful pivot collar colors, and this comes in all sorts of colors. LMAX blade steel and our signature 3 deployment method. So you're looking at a price point of, I believe, around $150, give or take some.
And for LMAX and a new strong lock like that, that's pretty good value, which you guys always seem to hit pretty well. And I like that you're kind of emphasizing the strength of this lock with the debut design here, going with something that has that attitude of being just a bit more rough and tumble, a bit more rugged. It's a good choice, I think.
Yes, our designer, our owner, engineer, all these different things, Yue Dong, he is very, very good at these crazy new locks, and some of them are very simple but very effective and useful. That's one of those that I don't think is very simple as far as coming up with the design for it and everything, but it is super duper strong. So I'm really excited for that one.
Very nice. Yeah, great feel in the hand. That's going to be a solid worker for sure.
Yes, so we can cram that into a few other things and we'll show those off, like that right there. But first I want to focus on our most famous model, which is of course our Raccoon. This is the crossbar locking version, and sadly we're doing this later in the show, so we don't have one here to show you, but we have a top liner lock version, and anyone who's familiar with the company knows the RS Chaos, the new PSYOP. Trying to think if any of our other models have this top liner, but we now have a Raccoon with a top liner. So a button lock or a crossbar lock, not that great of a detent, I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. But with that top liner Raccoon, you get the snappiness of a detent of something like a liner lock, but with the ease of use of a button lock, as well as the strength of a liner lock. So it honestly kind of fixes the problem the button locks have, and just kind of perfects it, I guess you would say. So we're really excited about that. Sorry I don't have one to show you. Just imagine this with a button right here. But while we're on,
that's definitely going to be a hit.
Oh yeah, dude, sure. I'm so excited for it. But while we're on the Raccoon, here's something I do actually have to show you. Here we have, I think we're going to be calling this the Raccoon Pup. So this guy is so cool. Now, I don't want to say baby banter competitor or anything. I'll put it this way. But you just did. Well, I'll say it this way. If you like the baby banter or like the CJRB Micah, you're going to love this guy. I mean, we say competitor, but you're going to buy all of them anyway. So this thing is great. You've got 14C28 in, G10, a liner lock, deep carry pocket clip. Something really cool about this one is the front flipper. And it's not gimmicky either. It's actually like super duper snappy. Super happy about this one. Again, 14C28 in and G10. You're probably looking
at a 2.5 inch blade.
Yeah, something like that. And you're looking at about a $50 to $60 price range on that, more than likely. So this is still in the prototype stage, but you're looking at probably around August to September when these drop.
Okay, right on. Yeah, the crispness of that front flipper works really well for me, which folks on this channel know I'm not always the most expert front flipper, but no problems with that one at all. Love the thin blade stock on there.
And of course, really nice. We've also stuck the jimping, stuck the jimping out here towards the edge of the blade where it needs to be. So
yeah, get some really nice detail work with that as a result.
Those little guys are going to be great little utilitarian cutters.
Yeah, the size of that handle's great. The ergos just feel very, very good. Awesome. Very cool.
So while we're on the subject of smaller knives, we've got two here that are really exciting. One that is releasing very, very soon. This is the mini PSYOP. So our PSYOP has released recently. Again, don't have one here to show you because we've sold all of them, which is a good problem to have. True. But this guy is absolutely fantastic. You're looking at LMAX, micarta scales on this one. We also have carbon fiber scales. You're looking at a price point of around $135 to $145. Whatever the price range falls, you can add $10 to that for the carbon fiber. Looking at about a 3-inch blade there. and probably about the
Crazy
same,
thing,
3.5 on the handle, maybe something like that. And crazy good deal for L-Max and micarta or L-Max and carbon fiber. And again, not gonna say it's a competitor, but if you like the mini bug out, you're gonna like this guy. And I think you get a little bit more bang for your buck with the steel and the handle materials, depending on what you like.
Well, I love, again, the nice thin slicey blade on that and the elegant shape. I like the shape of this, I think, more than the full-size Scion.
Yes,
It's
myself included, yeah.
Feels a little more tidy in a way.
Yes,
and even though for me, with my slightly larger than average hands, it's kind of a 3-finger grip, it feels secure and it feels nimble. I like it.
Yes, I'm really, that's, you know, take me out of the company for a minute. I am actually a fan of Vosteed. That's probably my favorite design we've done to date.
It's definitely my favorite on the table
Yes.
of all the cool stuff here.
And I didn't mention it, but designed by Jeff from Tough Knives.
Very
yes,
cool.
the full size and the mini.
Yep.
So speaking of collaborations, or actually no, I'm sorry, we were talking about the small knives here.
It's all good.
We've got, we don't even know the name of this one yet, another prototype, but this is, we'll call it the Corgi's cousin. So if you know our Corgi model, this is like the mini Corgi, but we've got aluminum scales here. No hardware is visible on the front of this other than that pivot lock. So we talked about that pivot lock earlier. So you've got a little bitty knife with a heck of a strong lock. You got a front flipper on this guy right here. And then you have a cool little,
Like
I wouldn't say hidden.
Like the wheel flipper.
Yeah,
going
wheel
on in the
flipper,
back.
almost like a lighter. It's got the jimping back there and boom. It works.
You can even do that lighter flick with your thumb on it too.
Works extraordinarily well. And we had a guy come up yesterday who actually, he won his first knife here. And he walked up, flipped it, and he was like, you know it's good because a guy who's not used to handling the knives and playing around with them could do it, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the cleanliness of that front end too.
Yep.
Makes it very stylish.
And you're looking at 14C 28N and aluminum on these guys. So very great materials, and I'm not sure the price point on these yet. Again, prototype stage, but if I had to guess, you could look for the probably $80 price range on this.
I could see this being a real nice platform for some like real fancy variants down the line
Man,
too.
some engraving on this would be beautiful.
That could be some real cool stuff for sure. Nice.
But going back to some of our collaborations, we have one with Gavco here. This is going to be named the Leopard. You've got, again, no blade steel yet, but it's one of our higher end knives, so you can look for M390, L-Max, or S35VN. You got your top liner lock on this, titanium scales, and a titanium milled clip. This thing is beautiful. The Gavco designs, I don't actually own a Gavco design personally. Might have to change that because that is an absolutely
This one's
beautiful
doing it for
design.
you.
Yes.
Yeah. And that has your, what you guys are calling your top liner lock there. as you
Yes,
can
our
see.
top liner lock, which again is like, the top liner is kind of like the better equivalent of the button lock, I think personally. So I'm really, really excited about that design.
Good shape when closed too. I like the consideration there.
Absolutely.
And finger safe in
Yes.
terms of operating the lock. That's always something I appreciate. Which, of course, your new that pivot style lock does that as well.
Yes. So yeah, that's a lot of our locks are like that, finger safe. Actually, whenever they release something in a liner lock, I'm kind of like, no, that's weird, because you can see everything on this table except this is the only knife that is a liner lock, and that's just because of the thinness and everything like that. It keeps it real small and compact, easier to do with small knives.
Probably a little able to hit a slightly lower price point maybe as well.
Yes, I would say so. The engineering and or the
manufacturing side
manufacturing
of
is
things.
much easier.
Yeah.
So two left here. These are original designs, so a lot of you I'm sure are familiar with the Nightshade and the mini Nightshade. Well, this is kind of in between. I want to call this the Nightshade Pro. I don't know what they're going to call it, but it's got like all the best elements of our knives combined into one. You've got that beautiful Nightshade shape, like the kukri style cutter. You've got our pivot lock, and you've got our 3 methods of deployment with aluminum scales and a deep carry pocket clip. So again,
Let's see about the front flipper.
oh, he got it.
No worries.
So this is really like something that is the brainchild of a bunch of things combined together. I absolutely love this one. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's sleek, and it's somewhere in between our full size and mini Nightshade. So you're really getting something special here.
Yeah, I dig the contouring on the aluminum here. It feels, it just elevates it. It's cool to see that over versus just a flat sided handle. But of course the Nightshade has had that, you know, going back as well, having that contouring on the handle.
The things they're doing with like the milling on this aluminum, the way they're doing these things, Seth actually picked this one up a little bit ago and was talking about how he thought the titanium was beautiful, and this is actually aluminum as well. They just, I don't know, I swear they're wizards or something.
Yeah. I love this area, you know, visually this area here at the top when it's closed, where you see the way the deployment methods are kind of presenting themselves to you. It's nice. It feels cool.
Our Nightshade is a really cool model. That kukri cutter, you can get your tip up and get down, or you can use that belly like a drop point. It's a very versatile blade shape, and that one right there is chef's kiss. I love it.
Good stuff.
And our last model we'll be showing off is another original in-house design, and we don't have a name for it, but it is awesome. The lines of this knife are so simple, yet beautiful and elegant. Now, one thing that will be different on this one is when it's closed, there is a front flipper. He didn't like that. He says it breaks up the lines a little bit, and the front flipper isn't very useful right now. You can, it's not the best front flipper.
It takes a little more effort than these other ones on the table. They work a little bit better.
So the final product,
thumb studs though.
Yeah, the thumb studs are super snappy. So the final product won't have that front flipper, but you've got our top liner on here. You've got aluminum scales, and again, with our aluminum scales, you can go either direction. You can either go more of a budget range, or you can go, depending on the steel, to a little bit higher price point, maybe $120, $130 price point. So, again, no name on this one, but these guys should be out, everything you see on the table, by the end of the year. So we don't want to,
leave you
sorry to use this term, blue ball you, but we don't want to blue ball you and leave you to the end of the year.
Well, good stuff. Well,
yes, sir.
Sam, thanks for taking the time to show us this stuff as well. You make my job easy on these. You're good at these.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming over. It's great to see you.
Man. You too. Keep an eye out at the KnifeCenter, of course, to see when these are available. You can check out our social media pages and this YouTube channel as well, of course. But we'll leave a link in the description. It'll take you over to the Vosteed page at knifecenter.com. Don't forget to check out the rest of our Blade Show coverage. We'll see you over there.